Since 1955, O'Donnell, Weiss and Mattei Law Offices has had a proud history of support for our surrounding communities of Pottstown, Phoenixville, all areas in between and surrounding. This program highlights just one of the many not-for-profit organizations in which our attorneys and staff are currently involved. Thank you to the many people who volunteer to make our region a great place to live and to work. Enjoy the show.
Good evening. Welcome to Legal Talk. This is a program presented by the law firm of O'Donnell, Weiss and Mattei. We have offices in Pottstown at 41 East High Street. Phone number is 610-323-2800. And in Phoenixville at 347 Bridge Street, phone number 610-917-9347. Your life, your business, your law firm since 1955. I'm Kathy Martin. I'm one of the attorneys in the law firm. And today I have with me Holly Parker, who is going to talk to us about Tri-County Community Network. Our firm's embarked on a series of programs highlighting nonprofits in the area. We've already done one in the cluster of religious communities, and we've done one on the Colonial Theater in Phoenixville. If you want to see those programs, which are both very good, you go to our website, www.owmlaw.com, and you can look into the archives and you'll see those programs. But today, we're going to talk about Tri-County Community Network and the Amazing Raise initiative. Welcome, Holly.
Thank you so much for having me, Kathy.
So, Holly, can you tell our listeners about TCN?
Of course. Tri-County Community Network, also known as TCN, is a nonprofit organization, and we are a membership organization. Mm-hmm. And basically, we do two things. The first thing that we do is we help other nonprofit organizations to build their capacity and do their jobs better. So we provide them with human resources support, fundraising support, training opportunities, and other communication-related supports. Second piece of what we do is actually working directly into the community. We pull together collaborations with other nonprofit organizations, businesses, and community groups to help solve community problems and reduce duplication of effort among all of the organizations that are working really hard here in Pottstown.
That's great. Do you have to be a nonprofit to be a member?
You do not. We are a membership organization, as I mentioned. We do serve nonprofits, but we also have a good number of businesses participating in TCN. They get a lot of benefit out of it as well. Obviously, I mentioned training. That's a big support service that we provide to our members. So we can provide you customized training, either webinar or in person, to suit your business needs. And we also give you the chance to connect to the nonprofits that are doing a lot of community-related work. In addition, we give you advertising opportunities that gets basically outreach to the Tri-County area, which includes the greater Pottstown area, northern Chester County, as well as eastern Berks County.
Oh, that's great. Actually, OWM Law is a member of your organization.
Yes.
And I'm a member of the board. And we have used your training opportunities, and it was a fantastic experience. So what kind of benefits are available to members, like individual members?
Individual members, obviously, it gives you a chance to connect with what's happening in the community and to further advance community initiatives. So if there's a gap in service or something that is a need, we obviously will pull you together to help with that. We also have committees at TCN that, again, do community work. So, for example, you are on our Caregiver Support Committee, which is perfect for the work that you do in your everyday life at the law firm with elder care issues. So that's a great way for you to connect and network with people that are working in that particular field and in that particular community. So in addition to that, especially for smaller businesses and nonprofits, We do have no-cost human resources support, which is a really nice benefit because, as you know, a lot of small businesses and nonprofit organizations do not have an HR department, so that's another support that we provide.
Right.
In addition, as you mentioned, the training is a pretty big piece of what we do. Training can be very expensive, whether it's communication-related training, we do wellness. We can pretty much customize to whatever the business needs, whether it's training for their employees or their customers and clients. So that, again, is a great benefit to being a member of TCN.
And it's really something that TCN members should look into because it's no cost to TCN members. We used the training at one of our retreats for our whole firm, not just the lawyers, and it was very well received. How about organizations? As you said, some people use the training piece, use the HR piece, but what if they are just stumped about how to get their message out to the community?
We can help with that in a variety of ways. We do have a newsletter that goes out to over 3,000 subscribers in our area. So we do provide opportunities for advertising at no cost to deliver some messaging. We give opportunities for sponsorship. People would like to sponsor our events. We do have several events throughout the year. We have a nonprofit conference in the spring, which is a great way if you are a for-profit business to connect with nonprofits and other organizations working in the community. We have a women's symposium in the spring. That's a really, again, a nice way to kind of connect with female business leaders and female nonprofit leaders in the community. We have monthly breakfasts where you can come and network and hear about a specific topic. So membership is really kind of, you get out of it what you put into it. But we are always happy to sit down with companies and organizations in the area to talk about customizing benefits to what their need looks like. And we do have a lot of network beyond just our membership. We network with other collaboratives in the area, so that, again, brings additional support to our members.
And I'm glad you mentioned the nonprofit conference. That's a big event that you have every year.
Yes.
And it's really, you would think that you would only go if you were a nonprofit, but that's not what you get out of it.
Correct. We have, it's called Nonprofit Conference because some of the topics are geared toward nonprofits, for example, fundraising. But there are many, many presentations that are very general. We had a communications presentation using social media to boost your message. That's a huge, obviously that's a huge market, and that's something that we provide in a training, but we also provide support for that at the nonprofit conference where companies can come, choose workshop topics that appeal to them. The 2018 conference is going to be held in May at Sunnybrook, and it's going to be themed the leadership. So it's really going to be a conference that's built around leadership. So it's a great opportunity for businesses and nonprofit organizations to send employees, especially employees that they feel could be emerging leaders within their organization, to get more, to build their leadership skills. We will have some traditional presentations that we typically deliver. Fundraising obviously is a big one. Social media is, again, as I mentioned, is something that's very popular that we will continue with. But this conference will be focused a lot on leadership. And it's $25 if you're a non-member, $15 if you're a member. You get breakfast and lunch, plus all of these workshops. So it's really a very good value right here in your backyard.
It certainly is. Where could you go for anything for
$25
if you're a non-member, but it's worth being a member.
Right.
What kind of collaborative efforts is TCN working on right now?
TCN is really focused on a lot of workforce issues right now, which again brings together public and private partnerships to address the workforce needs in our general area. So we're actually working with the Chamber of Commerce here in Pottstown on some what's called next generation partnerships that bring together, again, the social service side and
Right.
the human side with the companies and their needs and their training needs, and trying to kind of meld those things together to create a robust workforce in the area. So that's one of the things that we're working on. We also work with several nonprofit partners here in the Pottstown community to provide a summer camp for Pottstown Middle School students. And that grew out of the need of the district. Some of their funding was eliminated, and they needed some of that programming. So we pulled together a partnership of all of the nonprofits that we work with, who work with youth in Pottstown, and got them to kind of donate their services to that summer camp program. So that's another initiative that we work on. Obviously, our committees are our boots on the ground, so they work with a lot of different, elder care, community partners against abuse. Again, workforce, we do a mobile job lab that we house at Montgomery County Community College, as well as the YWCA for job seekers. So if you go to our website, which is tcnetwork.org, there's a lot of information about our programs and services and initiatives, but we're really very nimble in terms of being able to address various community issues, and it's kind of based on the need, but also based on where the service gaps are. So all of these organizations are coming together to solve community issues, but is there a gap in service? So we're trying to kind of eliminate duplication of service, but also find where the gaps are and work to fill those in.
And that's where TCN's strength is that you're kind of an overall umbrella
Right.
organization that can help other organizations work together.
Right.
For instance, I know there's been a lot of talk in the community about homelessness.
Yes.
And TCN might not actually be handling that, but you're there to try to coordinate the different groups together.
Right.
So there's no duplication of
Right,
service.
right. So we do convene a lot of conversations. We pull together collaborations, and we're sort of the umbrella that keeps that collaborative engine moving. So once we bring together organizations to work on an issue like homelessness,
Right.
We're kind of the man behind the curtain, so to speak, that we're providing a lot of the support for that and the umbrella for that, but not actually providing the direct service. We leave that up to the experts.
And one other area that I know that TCN works in is if a group is not yet a 501c3.
Correct.
And therefore cannot give people a tax break for their organizations.
Right.
Say they're going to run a race, manage a race
Right.
for somebody, or some kind of event like that. Then TCN can help them how?
Correct. The neat thing about what we do, and we actually just did it with Go Forth, which I'm sure you all out there know about and hope that you experienced at Memorial Park this summer. For organizations that are planning a fundraiser or are trying to raise money for a specific initiative but do not have a nonprofit status, we are able to serve as a fiscal agent. So basically what that means is we develop a contract with the organization that's either running the event or somehow involved in the event, and TCN pledges to administer the funds. So because we are a nonprofit, we're able to give that tax benefit to anybody that donates to that particular organization or the particular cause. So basically what we do is we keep the books. So we take the money in and we pay the vendors or whomever's involved, and it just provides an added layer of financial stability and reporting to the organization, and it also allows us to get more involved in things happening in the community. So it's a really good opportunity. We also work with Pottstown Arts, and that's an organization that's doing a lot of murals here in Pottstown, again, as well as Go Forth, and other organizations that are maybe doing one type of fundraiser or one type of event to provide them with the support that they need.
And another example that a lot of my clients are interested in is the Healthy Living Expo
Yes.
every year.
Yes.
TCN is very involved in
Yes.
helping that to happen.
Yes.
It's Representative Quigley's baby,
Yes.
but this allows it to happen and get the vendors paid, as you said, and
Yes.
different things like that.
Yeah.
So TCN just can give you so many more benefits than you even realize
Right.
when you first think about it.
Right.
And as Holly said, go to their website, and you'll see so many things that are happening. You can get the newsletter even if you're not a member. Just ask. And but membership is relatively inexpensive.
Yes, it's on average about $150 for an organization or a business. So for your $150, you get all of those additional benefits, attendance at our events, the HR benefits, the trainings that we mentioned, and also really opportunities to network and connect with your community. A lot of our members that are for-profit organizations serve on boards of nonprofits and are involved in volunteering for nonprofits. So not only do they get a benefit for their business, but they also get a benefit to take back the information that we provide to organizations that they might volunteer with or participate with.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break. This is Legal Talk presented by O'Donnell Weiss Mattei, and after the break, we're going to talk about the amazing raise.
Great.
For over 50 years now, O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei have helped their clients resolve a wide variety of legal challenges. OWM Law provides legal representation to clients throughout southeastern Pennsylvania. The attorneys and highly trained support staff utilize the latest technology and resources available to satisfy the needs of their clients. O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, delivering the highest level of professional service.
Welcome back to Legal Talk. The program brought to you by O'Donnell Weiss and Mattei, a law firm in Pottstown and Phoenixville. Your life, your business, your law firm. Go to our website, www.owmlaw.com, for more information. We're here again with Holly Parker from TCN, Tri-County Community Network, and what we'd like to talk about now is the amazing raise. Can you tell us what that means, Holly?
Absolutely. It may sound familiar to you. There is a TV show, The Amazing Race, so that's kind of the inspiration behind the name. But The Amazing Race actually grew out of a need for TCN to provide additional support to nonprofit organizations in our service area. So obviously funding is a major issue for organizations, and we really wanted to find a way to not only increase fundraising for organizations, but also to promote philanthropy among our Pottstown community. So we kind of looked at a lot of different models and different ways to do that, and stumbled upon a Day of Giving campaign. And these campaigns are run out of community foundations throughout the country. Specifically in Pennsylvania, there is one in Lancaster called the Extraordinary Give. There's one in Pittsburgh, and there's one in Erie. So when we were coming up with this concept of how to help these organizations and promote giving in our area, we looked at those organizations that are somewhat local to us to kind of come up with a best practice model. So we determined that we would have a Day of Giving, similar to a Giving Tuesday for those of you who are familiar with Giving Tuesday. It's on October 17th, 2017, so coming up soon, to allow our nonprofits to raise money on that day and access a funding match. So that's the biggest difference between this type of event and a regular giving campaign.
Day giving,
They are getting, the nonprofits that participate in this are getting a match that's funded through TCN, funded through corporate donations, and also the Pottstown Area Health and Wellness Foundation has been very instrumental in supporting this to allow nonprofits to raise money, but then also kind of boost their fundraising by getting a percentage match back to them. So if they raise $100 during this Amazing Raise Day, they are going to get an additional portion of money on top of that $100.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of different ways that the community can be involved in this important initiatives. The first way is encouraging your nonprofits to sign up to participate. So they can do that through our website, which is tcnetwork.org, or they can go directly to the Amazing Raise site, which is www.amazingraisetricounty.org. They can, if they're a nonprofit, they can go and sign up to participate. Gives them the opportunity to create a nice little profile. They can put a video on there or photos of their organization and their basic information. And on October 17th, they can encourage their donors, the community, which is you, to come and make a donation through the site to their organization. They can also get donations through checks or cash dropped off to their organization. They can log it into the system on that day. So for those of you who aren't comfortable donating online, and you do have a favorite charity that you'd like to support, please feel free to send them a check dated October 17th, 2017, and the organization can log that into the system, and we'll still get a funding match based on that. So number one, get the nonprofits involved and encourage them.
And it's not too late for them to sign up.
It is not too late. Sign up will occur through the beginning of October. So you still have a couple weeks to get that moving. And there's a lot of really good toolkit resources that allow the nonprofit to use this to fundraise. So they can do donor outreach, and there's a lot of information that they can give that we've already provided to them to make it a little easier to boost their donations on that day. So yes, get the nonprofits involved. The second piece really is the community involvement. So there's a lot of different ways that the community can be involved in this. Obviously, donating to the match pool. We are raising money right now to provide that funding match to the nonprofits that raise money on that day. So the nice thing is if you donate $100 to the match, that then gets spread among all of the participating nonprofits. So not only is it tax deductible, which TCN will give you a tax receipt, but it also allows you to spread your donation a little bit further. So your dollars go further, and you can donate to the match pool by contacting our office or, going onto our website. There's information on there about donating. And so, again, that gets spread out among the nonprofits. So you give us money, and we support all the nonprofits participating. And the third piece is really if you are in a corporation, encourage your employees to donate on that day. Encourage your employees to challenge each other. Go on and have some kind of company challenge where you say, I'd like you each to donate, an average of X amount of money to your favorite nonprofit that's participating, and we can actually run reports at TCN based on company participation. So it's a really nice way for a corporation to track their philanthropy and also to track, their giving to organizations in the area.
Okay. Do the nonprofits need to be a member of TCN?
They do. They do. So for our current members, it's a great benefit that is sort of part of their benefit for TCN. If you are not a member of TCN, not only do you get to participate in the amazing raise if you join, but you get all of those other benefits that we mentioned in the first segment.
Right. So it's really a win-win.
Yes.
For the nonprofits to join TCN.
Absolutely.
Because they get all the benefits of TCN.
Yes.
But they can participate in the amazing raise.
Correct. So, on average, I would be willing to bet that a nonprofit would raise more than $150 on that day. So you are essentially, raising the money that it costs you for your membership and then some because of the funding match.
And it's a great way to get your nonprofit out there.
Right.
And get some money. Even if a corporation is a sponsor, they're going to be donating to your nonprofit.
Correct.
Along with others.
Absolutely.
By giving that corporate match.
Right. So it's a really nice way to not only promote the good work of the nonprofits in the community, but to connect corporate philanthropy and individuals who may be donating $5 or $10 to an organization, but that $10 gets stretched because of the match pool.
Right.
So if you're donating $10 to the Tri-County Community Network, you're actually donating $15 because the match pool then comes in to provide some additional funding.
Well, it just sounds like an amazing day.
It is.
In order to do this.
Yes.
And it could be that a lot of nonprofits who aren't as well known in the community would get their name out there that way.
Absolutely. It's a really great way, especially for smaller organizations, to not only get their word out there, but also to have a way to connect with donors and supporters throughout the course of the year. A lot of nonprofits don't have the funds to buy software packages that enable them to, easy access to people that are supporting their organization. This, by participating in the Amazing Raise, they actually get access to that portal throughout the year. So they are able to use that when they have another giving campaign or they have an event that they would like to tell their supporters about, they can actually use their section on the portal to immediately send out information to their select group of people.
That's wonderful. But if they were having an event, that would be able to go out through that portal.
Yes. Yes, any kind of communication that they would like to make with the folks that are already, committed to their organization or new donors that are in that system, they can access that throughout the year.
Well, that sounds fantastic. It's a good way to collaborate.
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
allow everybody to allow everybody to have a chance.
Yes.
To get more fundraising, because that's a huge problem for every nonprofit.
Yes.
And for organizations that aren't nonprofits, that this gives them a chance to get their name out there too.
Absolutely, because we do have a lot of sponsorship opportunities. In addition to the match pool, we do have prizes for our nonprofits.
Oh, okay.
So the prizes are really cool because we allow you to attach your corporate name to the prize. So for example, one of the prizes is the first organization to raise $1,000 on that day through the site will get an additional $250 prize. So those prizes can be sponsored by businesses. Obviously, the logo goes on the website, and it also goes through a scroll that's on the website during the Gives Day that allows everyone to know that that prize was sponsored by that business or individual. Individuals can also participate. So if you're a community-minded individual and you would like to participate in this in some way, and you're not sure how, please feel free to contact our office. Again, it's tcnetwork.org is our website. Our contact information is on there, and we can kind of walk you through all of the different options that are available.
And how about a phone number?
Phone number is 610-850-0181.
Okay. And is the best way to go through your website or to go to the Amazing Raise website?
Either way, because they all are interconnected. So if you go to AmazingRaiseTriCounty.org, you'll find all the information that you need. If you go to tcnetwork.org, there is a tab for the Amazing Raise that you just click on, and it gives you all the information you need and allows you to donate to the match pool.
Well, thank you, Holly. This was a lot of good information. We're glad to be able to get the information out about Tri-County Community Network, and TCN is what we affectionately call it.
Yes.
And it's an organization a lot of people may not know about,
right,
but we're trying to make it more visible in the community.
Yes.
And the Amazing Raise, I think, will help that tremendously.
Absolutely.
Make all those little nonprofits, and there are a lot of nonprofits.
There are a lot in our service area, yes.
There are. So, but you might have a particular interest in one versus another.
Right, but we're here to support the community. That's what we do. We're a kind of a best kept secret that we would like to no longer be secret.
Right.
And be more visible and not be, again, the man behind the curtain, and really support our community in a very visible way.
Okay, well, thank you for participating today.
Thank you for having me.
Legal Talk from O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, offices in Pottstown and Phoenixville. www.owmlaw.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
For over 50 years now, O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei have helped their clients resolve a wide variety of legal challenges. OWM Law provides legal representation to clients throughout southeastern Pennsylvania. The attorneys and highly trained support staff utilize the latest technology and resources available to satisfy the needs of their clients. O'Donnell, Weiss, and Mattei, delivering the highest level of professional service.